Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to demonstrate or at least show you guys how to install the wireless remote for the Warn Evo VR 10S 10,000 winch. S is for synthetic. I bought this winch brand new off Facebook Market. The guy bought it about 2-3 years ago, never used it. So on these winch, they come with the wireless feature already on the remote, but there's a defect on it and it doesn't work, or it has the issue. So Warn provides a warranty where you can disable. You have to cut the wire. If you go onto the website, they'll teach you how to do it. You open this up, cut the wire to disable the wireless feature, and then you can still use it using the wire function, and then they'll send you a replacement. So I went ahead and did that. So this is the original one. You can see it has the wire and the wireless feature. I can only use the wire now. I went ahead and did a warranty, and most people online, what happens is they just send you a regular switch, a regular hand switch. So this one doesn't have any wireless feature. This just plugs in and you have your row in, row out. Now this is nice to have for handy. Both of these still work. They only work for wire, but you can also buy the wireless feature, the updated version, and I had to pay that one out of pocket. I think I spent about maybe $90 for that, and I bought it through Summit Racing. So if you want to go that route, this is the part number right there, 109470. Now realistically they should warranty it and send you this one, but I guess they don't send you this one, they send you the wire one. So this is the new one from Warn, and it's very similar. You guys can see right there, it has the mode which will light up when you have it plugged in, and then I found out that you have to hold it to turn on the wireless feature. See the blue light comes on now? I'm used to Smittybilt, and Smittybilt, they have it's similar like this, but Smittybilt, you just press it and the wireless will come on. So when I got this in the mail, it wasn't coming on, and I was like, man, did the battery die? So I opened it up, put new batteries, and it still didn't work. And then I just found out that you have to hold it to turn on the wireless feature. Now I went ahead and tested the wire feature already. This remote works, but let me show you how to install it. It comes with the wire, another cable, the remote. It comes with the transmitter. This is the important piece that you have to open your winch and install. So I'll show you some of that. You have a green wire, a empty green wire, you have a blue wire, and then you have a red and a black, and that's pretty much it. It comes with instructions. You can read the instructions on how to do it, and what we have to do is basically, if you have the winch not installed yet, it's best to do it when it's not installed. But I think I'm gonna have to pull out all the ropes and then get the screws under the control box, because we're gonna have to open this control box and install the transmitter. So this is on my 1995 Land Cruiser. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out all the ropes, remove my grill, which should give me some room on top, and then if I can get the control box open, we should be able to mess with that. This doesn't require any soldering. I believe it's all plug and play, so it should be pretty simple. I have the grill removed, and I have a good feeling that we're not gonna have to remove the actual winch from the bumper, and I have lots of access. Before you start this, make sure you guys unplug your winch. I went ahead and disconnected the negative terminal already. Now I'm gonna go ahead and free spool all the wire out and unbox the control box. There's the Allen. The control box is held by 4 bolts of Allen heads. I had this winch for over 2 months now on this Land Cruiser and haven't used it one bit yet. Just haven't had time to go out and do any off-road trips. But everything's all nice and clean, super fresh. So if you guys are buying this winch brand new, make sure you don't have a defective remote. If you do have one, try to get the replacement first before you start using that winch, because later on it's gonna be all dirty once you get in the trails. So the size that we're gonna be looking for is a 4mm Allen, so 4 mil. I'm not gonna show you guys how to remove it, but it's pretty simple. Just 4 screws. Go ahead and remove that, and then we'll come back to the operational. I got all the bolts unbolted. Let's see if it pops out. Ta-da! Just like that. So once you have it open, there's Phillips screw, 1, 2, 3, 4, And we'll go ahead and pop the Phillips screw and then follow the directions. These are the hex screws that held the box in place. They didn't put any Loctite on it, so when I install these back, I'm gonna go ahead and put some Loctite, some blue Loctite. Here's what it looks like. You got your control box. Those are the mounts. Everything's still nice and clean. And then those are the Phillips head right there. You guys can see. We'll go ahead and unbox those Phillips head, and then we'll follow the directions. Here's the direction. You guys can see Allen wrench, remove the control backs, undo the 4 screws right here, and then we'll just follow. There's a control module in there already, and that's the defective one. So we'll go ahead and delete that one, and then follow the rest of this right here. So here's what it looks like, guys. Once you have the 4 Phillips head, it just pops open like that. Just make sure we unplug this right now. This is for the wire one, so we'll go unplug that so we can work around it. So just unplug that. I'll probably put some dielectric grease when I install everything back in there, because let's say this is an off-road rig and you want to make sure it's nice and waterproof. We'll set that aside, and then you can see right here, this is the old control box that we're gonna be removing out. And then there's that green wire, so I guess that green wire doesn't go to nothing, just sticks like that. So there it is right there. So it looks like it's pretty self-explanatory. We'll go ahead and get some Phillips head and just remove everything out. According to the instruction, here's what we're gonna do first. We want to remove the blue, black, and yellow terminal, the spade connector they call it. Pop them out like that. There's the blue one. There's the black one. So blue, black, yellow, just so that we don't forget which one went to when. And then there's a red wire that's connected to this nut right here. This is your main positive wire that goes to the battery. So go ahead and remove that nut. And that nut right there is a 1/2 inch. Be careful because there is a lock nut behind it and a washer. So once you remove that, don't lose any of those, because we're going to be using everything that we take off. This is pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. And all these nuts right here, all the bolts and the studs, I'm definitely gonna put some dielectric grease behind it. Like I said, this is an off-road rig, so it's gonna get muddy, wet here and there. So you have the nut, the lock washer, and then the washer. Next thing we wanna do is remove. So here's the hot wire. This is the main hot wire right here. And then it's smushed into the red wire that we have to take out. So now all this is free except for the black wire. There's a black wire right here, and that's a Phillips. That's a Phillips screw. So go ahead and remove that one. And I think that's what's holding this box here. Take out this black screw here, this Phillips screw. And then you have this one here. This one here stays. This goes back to one of those over there. And the rest of these 2 black that came out, they're part of this system here. So all this is going to get deleted apparently. And then to remove the control box, there's 2 Phillips screw pinning it down. And we'll delete this control box, which is the brain for the whole wireless system. And make sure you keep all your Phillips head, because we'll be reusing it, so don't lose them. This right here is brand new, so I'll probably keep it for spare. In the future, if mine break or something like that, I can install this back in there, and I can at least still use the wire feature. So make sure you hold on to this. Like I say, maybe put it in the vehicle, keep it for a spare tray or something like that. Something that I noticed, guys, this is the new control module. There's a blue, yellow, and there's no black. So make sure you can use the black one off the old one. If you look at the old one, the black terminal is one that went into that ground. I believe it's like a ground. So you just have to undo the zip tie and keep that black terminal right here. You guys see that? I was like, where is the black terminal? So we will be using the black terminal from the original transmitter. First things first, let's go ahead and lock down the control box so that it's permanent and it doesn't move around on us. Go ahead and pull it down. It goes in this direction, so the wires are facing the free spool knob. The next thing we want to do is we want to take the black from the new control box, and then you have the black for that spade terminal, and then you have the black from this piece. They all go together, and I believe this is like a ground or something. So go ahead and put them together, and then I'll zip tie them here shortly. Doesn't matter which one goes where, as long as they all go together. Put those together just like that. So all the blacks are now together. There's the red one. We'll go ahead and install this red one. And like I said earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and put some dielectric grease on this. Dielectric grease just helps it from rusting, stuff like that. There's 4 terminals. There's the red, the black, and a few other terminals back over here. So lube them up. Just go ahead and tighten it nice and firm. Nothing too crazy. I guess while we are here, we should go ahead and check the other ones, make sure they're nice and tight. Yep, everything's nice and tight down here. We got our black, our red. That's pretty much it right there. Everything else just gets plugged in. And I forgot which went to which, so I'll go ahead and review the footage. But then you just put your terminals back in and then zip tie everything up together. Alright, so I have it all plugged in. It was blue, black, yellow. Everything's all plugged in. This goes back into the plug. But before I do that, I want to do a quick test. So I'm going to go ahead and hook up the battery onto the winch and test the wireless feature. Make sure everything works before we close it all up. It's not on free spool no more. Let's go ahead and test it out. It should work. So you got to hold to turn on the wireless feature. Blue light comes on. There we go. It works. Let's go ahead and test out line out. Turn it off. Alright folks, that's a success. So we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten everything up, zip tie those wires so it's nice and tight. The remote works great. One thing I don't like about this remote is that even though it's nice and small, it's pretty slippery. And when you're out there working in the off-road environment, you wish there was some grip. I also wish there was like a little hanger where you could put like a lanyard or something to hold it, so that when you need to go hands-free, you can just drop it and you can wear like a lanyard or something along that line. So maybe I'll have to figure some way to put a lanyard on this, or maybe just shove it into your pocket when you're on the trails. But it is nice though compared to the Smittybilt. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys on the trails. Bye bye.